guys, it's Jessie and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. In today's video I'm going to be doing a little get ready with me and I'm going to be chatting about how I'm becoming a professional makeup artist. I was recently gifted a course by the Online Makeup Academy and I'm doing one of the kind of look/techniques that I learned in there, one of the halo eyes, in today's video, as well as talking a little bit about the course and kind of sharing some of my thoughts of it with you guys. I'm also doing my kind of non-foundation base routine in this video. One of you guys asked me for this a while ago and yes, this is basically my base routine on days that I'm not doing foundation. This is just cheek products and powder basically on my face right now. So yeah, if you guys want to hear more about the course and see that kind of foundation routine, then keep on watching. But yeah, I will leave a link to the course in the description if you are interested. Full disclosure, this was gifted to me, but I'm not being paid to say any of these things about it. It's all just my personal opinion. So yeah, if you want to check it out, link is in the description. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Hey guys, so I've just started off by priming my eyes. I'm now going to set them with just the cream shades from my Makeup Obsession Be Obsessed With palette. I'm going to go in with a mix of some of these shades and also my Coloured Rain Queen of Hearts palette, this one here, just to kind of get the shades that I'm looking for. So firstly I'm going to set my lid. This is obviously good because it avoids creasing of the eyeshadow. In today's video I'm basically going to be kind of doing one of the eye looks that I learnt in my Online Makeup Academy Master Makeup Artist course. This is just a halo eye look. I attempted one in the past and it went very average. It really was not great. So now that I've actually kind of seen the demo for it, I do think I'm probably going to be a little bit better. I mean, I don't have very high hopes, but I wanted to try it and experiment and just see where it goes. So first thing I'm going to do is grab into this little small blending brush here. It's just a very small one, and I'm going to go into Empress from the Coloured Rain Queen of Hearts palette, which is just this orange shade up here, and I'm just going to gently just put that through my crease. I don't want to go too heavy too fast because obviously it is a dark colour, so I'm just going to build it up. So I was thinking around the start of this year, I was actually thinking about what I want to do in the future and how I literally don't know, and I was thinking about the things that I like doing. I mean, I like travelling. I've got a geography degree kind of lined up for me at the uni that I want to go to, but I was also thinking about makeup because that is definitely one of my main interests, and I was thinking about potentially looking into doing a course and doing it professionally, because doing it in like film and TV is something that I'd be really interested in because I do love film and TV and everything like that. So I was looking into it, nothing too seriously yet because I am currently working, so I won't be able to kind of commute into London and I don't have the kind of time commitment that you would need for it at the moment. So I kind of put it on the back burner, plus they're all so expensive. And then the Online Makeup Academy actually reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in doing their course. So when they reached out, I was definitely interested when they asked if I wanted to give their course a go. So I definitely was very interested in it. What appealed to me was obviously the fact that you can just do it all online. I think it's great for me considering I work and I wouldn't be able to kind of invest the same amount of time into it every day. So some weeks I may be able to do 5 hours and then next week I won't be able to do anything at all. So it really fit well with my schedule and everything I was kind of planning to do. Another thing that I also made sure to check out is you do actually get a fully qualified like certificate at the end. You are a fully qualified makeup artist and all the kind of lessons are from fully accredited makeup instructors as well, and I really like the way the lessons are formatted. You have a couple of different instructors on the course and they take you through all the different stuff, like talking about different skin tones, skin types, sanitation, obviously with like COVID and stuff, but also just in general like hygiene, and as well as the kind of like actual makeup tutorials. They have stuff about kind of actually working in the industry, like expectations, what you need in your kit and stuff like that. So I think it's a really kind of fully comprehensive. Obviously I haven't finished the whole thing yet, so I will give you kind of an updated opinions once I have. But so far I'm really enjoying it. I like that it's got kind of speed adjustments on the videos, because a lot of times when I watch videos I find people are talking really slowly, so I like to speed it up if I can. But also you can kind of rewind back, rewatch things over again, and also slow things down down if it's like a certain bit that you're kind of stuck on. You also have lifetime access to it as well afterwards, which is super good, so you can always go back and rewatch. So yeah, I've really enjoyed doing it so far. You have like homework assignments and stuff as well, where you get like one-to-one like direct video feedback on the stuff you submit. And yeah, it's basically very similar to an in-person school, so I don't think you lose anything with it being online. But obviously if you are and kind of in-person learning, you feel like you hated online school or whatever, then I definitely wouldn't recommend, because it is obviously all online. So it's just, everyone knows themselves, so it's basically what you know that you like or work well in, basically. So yeah, hopefully when I finish the course, I'll obviously pass the final part and I will be a professional makeup artist, which is insane and gonna be so exciting. I don't think I'll kind of jump straight into doing proper jobs, but I would love to do stuff for my friends and like people I know personally, and just in my kind of like bubble, I guess. Good, so I'm gonna go into a bit of a darker shade. I think I'm gonna go into the shade Love here, this kind of like burgundy slash purpley tone. I'm just going to pop that in the outer and inner corners. And there's tons of like post-grad support as well as you get a like pro card, which means that you'll get discounts on makeup such as like Inglot and ABH and a lot of kind of like professional makeup brands. Obviously it is expensive. I believe the course that I'm currently doing is around £800, which is cheaper than a lot of the in-person schools, and also you don't have to pay for like transportation and stuff. But if you are looking to kind of get accredited, it's actually one of the kind of cheaper ones that I've seen, so I definitely would consider it. And I've had a good time so far, basically. So yeah, I'm really excited to actually be able to say that I'm a qualified makeup artist. I feel like that's gonna be so fun. So now I'm going to just tap into Craze. It's a really light shimmer, it's very subtle. One other thing that I had to kind of get used to is the fact that I love doing bright and bold and kind of colourful looks, and that is not something that is very popular in the industry itself. In terms of like film makeup and just kind of regular TV makeup, it's not like a thing to do like really bright bold stuff. I mean, obviously if you're working on Euphoria it's a bit different, but yeah, it's very much kind of a light natural thing. And if I was doing this, I'd definitely have like a proper bold gold shimmer. I'd have like proper smoked out or whatever, but obviously you have to kind of tailor it to what the client's looking for, and I'm trying to do kind of like a natural thing today for once in my life, and I'm just working from the bottom up. I did put glitter glue on because I just like cannot stand not doing that. Obviously it will be different if I was doing it professionally, and I want to point out that obviously sanitation stuff would be entirely different, but this is my own makeup and my own light face, so I obviously would not be using my fingers necessarily, or you know, not washing brushes and stuff in between. So yeah, that is the gold shimmer on the lid there. Now I'm just going to kind of do a little bit more blending, just to kind of make sure that it doesn't look like I've literally just dumped a load of gold shimmer on my lid. So I'm actually going to tap into a little bit of some of the orange in the Makeup Obsession palette, just because it's a little bit lighter, and I'm just going to use this to kind of blend over the edges a bit. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the way that that's looking at the moment. Now I'm just going to jump into my base. One of you guys did ask me to show you the base that I do on days where I don't wear foundation. This isn't a tutorial from the course, this is just what I do kind of day to day, so I thought I would show you guys. So what I jump in with first is the Hello Fab Pores Be Gone matte primer, which just looks like this here. I could use any primer really, this is just the one I'm working on because it's in my Project 10 uses at the moment. So I'm going to pop this on here and rub this in. So yeah, I don't really have too much to talk about today. Obviously, besides I wanted to give a review of the makeup course, because I did do a get ready with me a couple of videos ago, and that was kind of, I shared some like life updates as well as just in general travel plans and stuff, and that's all that's really going on in my life. I'm just reworking and then doing my makeup artist course in between. I've got a lot left to do though, because they have like hours and hours worth of videos on there, which is obviously great, but just means that I've still got lots to do, so it's keeping me very busy. I'm going to go in now with blush, so I'm going in with the Palm Balm, just cream blush, because obviously this is when I don't wear foundation, so I won't be doing like any base or anything. And I sometimes go in with concealer on my chin. I might do that in a little bit and just kind of stipple it out. Okay, so then I'm going to pop a tiny bit of concealer on, and I don't normally do concealer under my eyes necessarily, so I'm just going to pop a little bit on my chin because I do have a couple of spots. So it's going to be a bit of a weird look today. We're going to have a very kind of soft glam eyeshadow look and then a bold face, because that's what I normally do with my face, and I like when my base looks kind of dramatic, lots of blush and stuff. So yeah, don't think that the base is part of the kind of like natural glam from the course, because it's definitely not, and it's definitely not what most people are into, so I wouldn't ever do this on someone else. It's very much personal preference. So I'm going to tap into the Glossier Wilder, and I'm just going to basically use this to set my face down now, because these are the last of my cream product, and I like a decent amount of powder because I am reasonably oily, and especially when I'm not wearing foundation, there's not that like extra layer of almost protection against my oils. This is the Glossier Wilder mixed with the Lottie London Ready Set Go powder, by the way. I just tipped that into this container because it was nice and big. So then I'll go in with a bronzer. At the moment I'm just using one for my Project 10 uses, and that is the Lottie London Sun-Kissed Bronzer in the shade Sunburst. It's just this little like mini one here, and I go with a slightly angled brush and just pop these in the hollows of my cheek. It smells really strongly of coconut, which I really actually don't love. I really actually don't like the taste of coconut, and the smell it's okay, I'm just not a huge fan of it. So I take that up onto my forehead, just kind of around my temples, continue to kind of bronze up my cheeks, and this is semi-contour, half bronzer basically, and it always goes significantly better on my right hand side than my left, and I have no idea why. My bronzer always just goes ever so slightly patchy on this hand side of my face. Then for blush, I'm dipping into my Revolution Roxy palette, gonna go for this kind of marbled shade down here, and I just tap that on to kind of, I first start at my upper cheekbones and I tap it on the same way I did my cream blush, just in like a stifling motion, and then I kind of drag it down and start swirling around on my cheek and also through my nose, not through my nose, over my nose. And I like to make sure that my bronzer and blush has blended together, so I bring the blush down a little bit. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use a new one. I'm using the Angel Dust highlighter from the Pastel Roses, which is just this really gorgeous one here. I'm going to tap into, just with a like angled highlighter brush, tap into it and pop this on my cheekbones. Okay, so that is highlighter on. Then for my brows, I just use a eyeshadow. It's just a kind of like dark brown coloured eyeshadow really, and I take an angled brush just like this, a brow slash liner brush, and I first brush my eyebrows into the shape that I want them. They are absolutely atrocious at the moment and are in desperate need of plucking, and I just first underline them very lightly across the whole thing, and then I go in and line over the top, make sure it follows the shape that I want, and then I'll go in again and just kind of go a bit further up, especially in the front because that's where it's a little bit more sparse, and fill in any gap. And then I use this and I kind of brush over the line at the bottom to blend it all together with the spoolie, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. I never normally do my eyebrows on camera, this is really weird. And then just for good measure, I'll go in with the Glossier Boy Brow just to stick them down in place basically, and I mean add a slight bit more colour, but this one's kind of running out so it won't add too much more colour, and then obviously tame them back down with the spoolie again. Okay, and then that is the brows done. I mean, I know they're dark but I like them that way basically. Then I'm just going to grab in, oh I nearly dropped it, grab it back into my Colour Green Queen of Hearts palette just to kind of finish the blend of the eyeshadow now that everything else is done. Okay, and then this isn't part of the demo, but I do love a little bit on the lower lash line, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of the orange across there just to smoke it out slightly and tie it all together. And now for mascara, I'm going to go into the Body Shop Happy Go Lash before, well first I'm going to curl my lashes and then go into that mascara. Definitely as well before the course I was very much kind of like not set in my ways, but I feel like I was very kind of comfortable with the way that I did my makeup and the kind of different tools that I used. Like I would have never used a brush that small for my eyeshadow. But then in reality, one, it looks fine and actually I think even slightly better, and two, it gives a more kind of precise look. So I definitely think even if I don't end up going into professional makeup artistry and I end up doing something else, I think it's really great to kind of like broaden your perspectives a little bit and just kind of like switch up the way you do things every now and again. So I've found it really beneficial just to like learn a little bit more. This mascara is getting super duper old, so it's going ever so slightly clumpy on the lashes, so this will probably be one of its last outings before I get a new one. Okay, so for my lips I'm going to go into the Tower 28 gloss in XOXO. This is a red one, and from the course I now know that this is like one shade along from orange in the colour wheel, so it should pair nicely and not look too weird against the eyes. Okay, so I forgot this step before I did my mascara, so I'm going to just do a little bit of setting spray now. I also always end up doing get ready with me's whenever my hair is wet for some reason, like when I shower. I promise I don't like to wash my hair every single day. I just always for some reason end up doing it on the days I'm doing get ready with me's. So yeah, that is the final look. I'm gonna turn off my light so you can see in natural lighting. It obviously is orange, but it's just a kind of little bit less like bright orange. You can kind of see here, obviously it's in orange look, but it's got much more of a like red base to it. But yeah, overall I'm really happy with the look. And in terms of final thoughts about the course, I obviously would really recommend. You guys can tell I really have been enjoying it, and I think it's got so many benefits of it being online and stuff, which work out for me. So personally I would recommend it if you are looking into doing some type of makeup artistry learning basically, or some type of course. Thank you to them for getting me this course. I'm very excited to basically keep going on it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like down below, hit subscribe, turn on the bell to join our little club, and make sure to turn on all notifications. Then you'll be notified every single time I post a new video. If you want to watch one of my other videos, there'll be 2 on the screen now to pick from, as well as a load linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!